Welcome back to this scenario of what if civilization started over. We are now on episode 4 now, and I do apologize for how long the last episode was. I will try and keep this video shorter. The first event of this video will be this new civilization group expanding and just kind of discovering more land. And they find this island, and they're going around here, and they find all this, and they start going up to the Darien Gap. They're barely pushed through, but they're still going, and they're still going around the coasts. And there's a little bit of a let's do a time skip and just see what this area looks like in this time skip. All right, so we the time skip happened, and this brick color country kind of expanded, but then there's this another country that kind of exists now, and they're kind of expanding about the Pacific coast a bit, and they're still going up this little thing a little bit more and exploring more of Nicaragua, and yeah, they're doing pretty good. And they're going back to the Atlantic Ocean, and they're expanding a lot, honestly, like a lot. Like they're pretty much just discovering most of Central America and doing all that fun stuff. They're going back and claiming some old land, and they end up meeting up with this brick country. And brick country's a little mad that they can't expand anymore because of this country, but what are you gonna do? It's just this color country is expanding a lot, and they're expanding a really lot. They're going into Belize and now on the Yucatan Peninsula, and they fully fund the Yucatan Peninsula, or Yucatan, not Yucatan. They're like going down and around this area and this area, and they're really trying to build up their land size. And this is happening over a long time. These guys have probably existed a long time. This stuff is still happening over here, but yeah, they're pretty much just annexing all of this, I guess. Yeah, all that. And the brick country is like, whoa, they're big, and this country is still expanding. Like they're pretty strong. Like honestly, if I was gonna compare them to a country in the old world, I probably would compare them to maybe this Seafoam Green country's military size. So they're not horribly weak, but they're not strong. They're developing fine. They're expanding, and they're getting pretty big, honestly, and pushing around these coasts. And maybe they're starting to get a little too big because there might be a couple of internal problems. And let's just fix this border up for the exploration thing. All right, let's also just expand their border a little bit to what I think it would be. All right, this country might be a little too big, and now they know what happens if you get too big. 4 different areas just broke away. Let's see what those areas are. Okay, so these 4 areas just broke away, and they're not done expanding. Let's actually just quickly put down capitals for each of them and major cities real quick. All right, there's the major city layer update capital thing, and these guys aren't done expanding. But the green Costa Rican country, I think that's what I want to call it, isn't happy about the fact that they lost probably over half their country, so they're starting to push into this gray country immediately because they're closest to the capital city and where most military resources are. And they took this major city. They're starting to push up, and this gray country is not that happy about this, so they do obviously push back a bit, and it's a little bit back and forth, but they're starting to try and do a sweeping campaign, and starting to encircle these guys a little bit. And well, there's like a third of the green country's military, and then they also cut off here. And yeah, the green country just got absolutely whooped by this gray country, and now this gray country is like sending troops. No. Now this gray country is sending troops into the green country, and they're connecting up to here, and yeah, it's kind of just the downfall of this green team. It was a really quick and short downfall. This pink country also ends up taking some land and pushing into this and taking this major city, and well, then after that, this blue country ends up taking some land. Not that light. This blue country ends up taking some land and taking that and connecting up with here. And well, this land is just, this land also sues for independence. Let's see what color. Sure, this color works. Yeah, and well, this gray country is just open them, and well, yeah, this, they take the capital, and it's basically just a revolution at this point, and going along this, and they go to here and end up taking this old land too, and well, this brick country, this brick looking color country ends up taking the rest of this. And let's just look at a peace deal of the absolute beating of the century of the green team. Let's just see what that peace deal looks like. Alright, so this is the result of the peace treaty. Actually, I forgot the brick color country. Hold on. So this is the result of the peace treaty. Green country, it went from like basically all this to down to this. This is what happens when you grow too fast and you don't respect people. The pink country is probably the biggest. The gray country is probably the strongest. The blue country is just kind of relaxed here. Actually, turn on capitals again. There. Yeah, they're doing pretty good. They're pretty big. I mean, this purple country is just might get annexed at some point or partitioned or something by these two. But like, these guys have the governmental structure of like Native Americans, so, and like the countries like that, or like old groups like that. So like, just imagine these governments. I do have an ideology layer, but those don't really, that's not really good right now. I'm gonna fix that now. It's not really a monarchy, it's more like a, like the Native American thing. But this pink country also is has a desire to grow, like the green team that they just absolutely destroyed in a war. And well, no, okay, all right, 3. This pink country has like a urge to grow like the green country did, and even though they just absolutely beat them in a war for expanding too much. And they're getting all these little chunks of land, and they're going up into Texas now. They've made it to like real North America, and they're still expanding a lot, but they're doing pretty good. They're like, imagine like the Aztecs. Like, these are basically just Aztecs in this world. They're like expanding a lot and doing all that fun stuff that like comes with expanding. So they're pretty big now. Still exploring most of this region, just going along the coast, and find Louisiana and all this land, and they're going across, they're going back down south and exploring more of this land. They're going back up this coast. They find this like the Baja Californian Peninsula. I don't know what it's actually called, but a lot of land is being discovered by these countries today, mainly because I really didn't focus on them that much before, and probably should have. But Ecuador and Peru are just being discovered a lot, and a lot of these countries are just, or this brick country is exploring most of South America. Realistically, there probably would be a harder because jungle, but they get to like this, what's this, delta, I think it's what's called. They explore the delta and they get to here, and then they stop because they want to go back. But let me fix this exploration border real quick. Yeah, this is what the brick country ends up like fully discovering in my world. Let's also just see what they quickly expand to. And then after they expand this much over on this side, and they also send another group of explorers down here to explore more down south, 2 more groups break. Like, these 2 exploration groups are like, yeah, yo, you want to form a country? And they're like, yeah, let's do that. And then they do, and let's see what those countries look like. So basically, this Peruvian country is huge, and then this smaller exploration group that has a lot more people than the Peruvian country just settles on this island. I don't know if this island is actually habitable or not, or if you can actually live on it, but like, this Peruvian country has way less people than this, but this little country right here is way smaller. Yeah, I feel like the fact that this country Actually, let's give them a little bit more land. They probably could, yeah, they can definitely take more land. Alright, this is pretty much what this pink team looks like. They take all this delta and they start going down this river. I don't know if it actually is there. It actually might be. I start going down the Amazon River. I'm going to say this is where the Amazon River is. And they're, like, exploring a lot, but I feel like, actually, let's fix up this exploration border, too. But besides this, I think after this is going to be the end of the video. Or, not end of the video, the end of this part of the video. So let's just see what this final exploration border looks like. Okay, so basically, this pink team is, like, the greatest what's it called? Greatest explorers ever. Found all of basically southern North America, or southern United States, including part of Florida, and basically the entire Gulf of Mexico is known about, and this is all known about, and this pink country is about to expand a lot. Let's just see what they look like. Okay, so this pink country is just like Mexico, but like better and bigger. Yeah, this is interesting, but this blue country also, these guys are really good at not colonizing, exploring for some reason. They send out a boat and it lands on Cuba, but they don't know what happened to the boat, so they just kind of pretend it doesn't exist. They find out, this group over here just finds all of Cuba, but they don't remember the way home, so then they form a country. They form a country that looks something like this pastel-ish yellow country color, and well, since they're really good at exploring, they find this, they find Jamaica, and then take it, they find the Bahamas, they find this, and then they also find the part of Florida, and basically this country starts going back up this colonized land, and think they found a new continent, but they don't entirely know, and this country is like crazy good at colonizing also. Like, this civilization type or group is crazy good at jeez, I can't get my words mixed up. They're really good at exploring. This country ends up taking all this. Actually, let's fix up this border a little bit like that. They end up taking all this. They're basically just becoming a Caribbean power, including Florida. So this area is really just exploded. Okay, so let me give you a time scale, kind of. So pretend that I just discovered these guys and started telling you about their story. They basically existed at the same time as the Red Country, or as the Nigerian country was formed, but they just did a little bit more exploring, because look how much North America has been discovered. That's also, this like Explorer country connects back up because like, oh, we did get lost, and they keep going back up here and all up here and up here a little bit more, and they start going back down. But this area is like really temperate, so it's like really like a good climate for people to live, and this pastel country is like, okay, we'll get to that another time, but let's just see what else is going on in the world, and let's actually just cut over to right across the Atlantic Ocean to this Nigerian civilization group. So on the ideology layer, yellow means monarchy, dark gray means dictatorship or fascist. Basically every group that popped out of Nigeria that wasn't this country is fascist. Nigeria, they fixed their stability, and they fixed their military a lot, and well, they're kind of like wanting to go to war, and because these people kind of being genocided if they don't follow the Nigerian religion, and well, yeah, and the Nigerian country's not happy about that, so they kind of pushed in a little bit and started invading. And the pink country's like, wait, hey, wait, you can't do that. That's not allowed. And they take the capital, and then the entire country just surrenders. And well, Nigeria just fully annexes them. Pretty much, they just demote their major city, and Nigeria just expanded like a lot again. And this, you know what else is a major city, or not major city, fascist country? Oh yeah, this is also ideology layer gone. Yeah, I'm not even gonna, I don't even gonna draw this in. Look how small this country is. I'm just gonna erase this for now, and Yeah, you're gonna see what. Yeah, they invade and take them over, and boom. Nigeria just got long, and it's been a while since they've done anything, but they start going along, like exploring more into deeper into Africa, and well, they're exploring more into here and here, and they stop here because they don't want to get too. No, I missed a pixel. Where did I miss a pixel? So Nigeria just keeps going down the western African coast, and well, they're building boats and they find islands. They're doing pretty good on navy, honestly, right now, and they claim this island because it's kind of close, and they don't really claim this one yet because it's kind of it's a little bit farther away, so I don't really do much with it. But this country right here just gets a lot more explored, like a lot more explored, and then even more, and at this point they're getting huge. They're starting to get down to South Africa. They're starting to expand what they know, and they're really like going around this area right here and finding all this nice uh, Democratic Republic of the Congo area, DRC, and well, they think it's really nice. And okay, hold on, there. I'm gonna draw better borders for this in a second. Just give me one little second. Hold on. Let me fix up this border of the discovered area real quick, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so basically Nigeria just became the greatest explorationist group ever. Also, I'd like to talk about this. So this last episode took so long because I was talking about all this stuff and all this stuff happening here. So basically all this stuff happening right now and then is happening right now. Like basically this country discovered all this, same time the genocide was happening over here, and the same time all this exploration was happening. I just didn't really talk about this area, so I felt like bad. And well, since this Nigerian country kind of like discovered a lot of land, they don't want to rush to colonize it. They want to slowly go at it, like just slow. Like they're going really slow. Like they can't get too much land, or what is going on? Okay, hold on. Nigeria is going really slow on the expansion and just like discovering this area slowly and like slowly exploring it and colonizing it and taking it. But they don't want to push too quickly. They don't want to have what happened before happen again. Because I don't know if you remember or not, but Nigeria grew really big and then exploded. But they're doing pretty well. Like they take all this land, but not too much to the point where it's like bad. Ah crap! What layer did I draw this on now? There. All right. So Nigeria didn't take too much land, but another group of explorers went down this area and then into this area. They formed a country, another country. I'm having a lot of them. Let's see, what color do I make them? Yeah, this color. So this country is formed. It's made by a group of explorers. Again, they explore over to the lake of whatever this lake is. I don't know the name of it. I'm sorry. Explore this. Actually, hold on. Let me fix something. All right. So then this DRC country, I guess, just goes along to here and finds this, and goes back to here and finds this. And they're just gonna stay like that. They don't really have enough population to have a capital, but they're trying to get people to go back to tell people about this new land they discovered. And some people do go, and it does help them a lot, but it's gonna take them a little while, so they're kind of struggling on food. They're trying to figure out what berries are safe or not, and like what you can do safely, like just basically what a normal country would do in the middle of a jungle. See what's safe to do and what's safe to eat, basically stuff like that. This country does expand a little bit more while they're waiting. They're just kind of big now, and this Nigerian area is really big. And well, this Nigerian country does do like a secret operation. Yeah, operation. They basically are sending explorers out this way, to go around this fascist blue country. And well, they link up with this purple country and start funding them so they can expand and get bigger. And well, they're doing pretty well. They like this pink country ends up connecting up with their border with them, and like they go out this way. They start going back this way a little bit so that people have a little bit easier of a time connecting up. And they take this land, but they also start going up the coast of Africa. This part of now. So this is why sometimes it's annoying. They start going up this coast, and well, they're going along here and starting to go back up and exploring, going back, basically connecting up easy, making sure they can connect up easier. And it's working pretty well. They're going along this and here, and they're finding all this land. And well, this blue fascist country is like, wait, they just connected, but they're really weak. How did they get stronger? So then they send an explorationist group up, and they find this like trade route thingy, and well, they quickly explore all this real quick, and then they get big, like big, and well, let's just see what they look like. So this blue country just expanded, and that just made the Nigerian country really mad, and this like lavender country mad. But this lavender country also just expanded a lot, so they're kind of on a cooldown for expanding. Because they don't, like, they have this system in their government where if we expand, we have to like have a cooldown type thing. So like we can't expand for like 10 years until we can't expand until we assimilate it. And well, they're basically forced now by their government to not expand anymore. And well, this blue country doesn't really have that. They don't really have a constitution, but they do have a dictator, and that dictator likes land, and this guy just makes people angry. And well, this blue country just made these guys even more angry by taking more land from them. Well, now there's only 4 countries in this civilization group, and this country doesn't even have a capital. Oh, Nigeria just discovered it, and people are going back and forth now. Okay, that's good. Another group just broke off. Okay, dude, I'm trying to focus that up here, but let's just see where that other group broke off and where they went. Alright, so basically we have a big South African country now. They're like a goldish color. They're pretty big, honestly. They start exploring more. Like, a lot of these groups are explorer groups, so they're like government type is like explorer, so like they start exploring a lot of South Africa, and well, they're really good at exploring. Like, yeah, Nigeria, like these 2 civilization groups, all this is happening as all this other stuff is happening. I just feel like not each episode, like until they connect, each episode should be focused on what type and stuff, and slowly other stuff. Oh crap, hold on. Like, next episode's gonna be focused on these guys a little bit more, and then the episode after that's gonna be focused on these guys a little bit more. I feel like that's fair, but oh my god, I do really say that a lot. Let's just say these guys are pretty happy with their land, and well, they have expanded a lot, but they're like, okay, well, this country over here does need to get a little bit closer to us if we want to help them out, because this Nigerian country kind of fixed it. It's now kind of like a kind of like a constitutional monarchy. Kinda. I don't really. It's hard to explain, but they're slightly kind of like that. They do have input of what the people say, and Nigeria expanded again. It might not be a great idea that they did that, but yeah, they expanded even more. Now they're kind of looking blobby on the coast of Africa. This country, actually, let me shift their color. I don't want to be a red. I want to be like a red type. All right, that color works. So Nigeria is big, and this Ghana country is big. This Liberian country is big, and they're still going up this coast. They're still exploring. They just can't claim any of it, but they're going and going, and they're still going. But they're starting to get the explorers are getting tired of all these countries. Like all these countries' explorers are tired, so they're going on an explorer cooldown. Basically, is what I'm trying to say, and let's just do one more thing in this European civilization type again. This Greek country expands their Tunisian African colony more. Well, and that kind of makes the Tunisian people mad that they're being forced to like explore and expand, but they're still going. They get to like Gibraltar, and well, the Greek country, them being the imperial country they are, they kind of tell them, hey, expand more, go die in the desert to discover. No, like go die in the desert to go explore more land, and well, the Tunisian country is not very happy, or colony is not very happy about that, so they kind of get a little mad about this, and well, they slightly might like, not slightly, they will. Well, let me find a good color though. This country like breaks. Actually, they darken that country. They basically re-invade. Like they're invading into this part of the country, and well, it doesn't really sit well with the people here, and these people are starting to like accept the rebellion, and well, since this country was like got all the ports and stuff, they're sending military to here because they rose up an army, and they're starting to invade into Italy because, well, they're trying to prove a point that they don't just do whatever this blue country tells them, and they capture this capital, and well, the blue country hears about the invasion, and they keep sending groups to this like area right here, and they're still fighting back. Like this area is like really bloody. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. It's gonna be really bloody battles here. It's like back and forth, and it's back and forth, and just eventually it's getting really close, and then they recapture and have a big push and re-push and big push, and they reconnect up with this major city, and this major city is like recaptured. This Carthage country is going along this coast and trying to like slowly trying to recapture it, but nope, blocked again. Try it again. They do it. Now this area is re-encircled, and they're pushing back. They capture the major city, and they end up fully capturing this like boot area, the southern part of the boot. And well, Rome is on the verge of being taken. Like all this land is being controlled right now. It's kind of scaring these guys a little bit. It's kind of scaring Greece because Rome is like one of their biggest Italian cities, and they're starting to push around, and they're starting to like trying to encircle the capital city, and it's starting to work. And the blue country is like, okay, push. We cannot lose this, but yeah, they take it, they encircle it, and slowly start squeezing out all the troops, and the city falls, and basically. Let's look at a peace deal between this Carthage country and the Greek country, because it's brutal. Let's just see what happens. This country ends up just taking what they own, or what they captured pretty much, and Greece is not very happy about that, but they can't really do anything right now besides expand into the Anatolian mountains, because heck yeah, who wouldn't want to do that? And they take that, and they're still doing it. They're just wanting to connect up to this Egyptian country, maybe to fix their relations again. Also, I slightly messed around with the borders a little bit. I think this looks better, having it split in half like this. Major cities wise, it's basically Major cities wise, it's like this. Looking pretty big. This yellowish gold country has like a civilization. And not civilization, but like they're big. Yeah, I feel like the next episode is gonna be a lot happening in this episode. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Like, look at that. That's beautiful. Like this. So basically, recap: this country, is civilization type exploded out, and civilization or country. Basically, group of explorers from this brick country. Formed this green country. Green country went all up here, colonized all this, and then this group broke. 3 countries broke away, and this group just destroyed them military wise. And this country's the biggest. This country's just explorer, and this also just ended up breaking away because of this green country. And and this blue country sent out a group of explorers. They found Cuba, but they got lost. They didn't know how to get back, and then they just formed their own country, like this pastel Cuban country. This pink country expanded a lot. Oh man, basically African, Native American type governments. Nigeria declared war on the pink and limeish countries that were here, and now they own all this. And this country basically doubled its size. This doubled the size. You doubled your size. This new country was found. This new country was created, and Carthaginian War basically happened, and they took the major city. Actually, let me fix that border a little bit more. So this is the result of this area broke away from this Greek country, and caused a bunch of problems. I still have to talk about this area still and expand this area, but yeah, this is. Please leave your suggestions in the comments. Sorry about the length of the last episode. This one should be shorter. I think I talked quicker and did stuff a little bit quicker. Hopefully you enjoyed. It's 51 minutes technically, but I did do a lot of border drawing, so I think it should be good. But yeah, see you later. I hope you enjoyed, and we're going to talk about Europe in the next episode. More of Europe, because it should be more discovered by now. But these areas got explored. This area got explored. Oh yeah. Bye.